I can't get these memories out of my mind, and some kind of man.
Hey everyone, it's Jody here, your Wednesday host for FTRealM, and I'm outside. I'm catching some daylight for y'all, so hopefully I can make this video in enough time before the sun goes down and my computer dies. So, this week's topic is like facial hair, not beard, sorry. So it's about facial hair, and my experience through my transition. I'm almost 2.5 years on T, and it was pretty alright in the beginning. I did have some facial hair. I had a mustache, and I had like some hairs on my chin pre-T that I was super self-conscious about until I started T, just because it looked really awkward on me. And so, at 3 months, I did have a goatee. I could grow a goatee, and I did have some sideburns. I had issues with my right sideburn where it was like kind of dark here, kind of bald, blonde, and then dark. So I got super self-conscious that way, and I shaved it all off until I could grow some really good sideburns. So it wasn't until about 6 months where I could really get some good sideburns going on. Like, I could grow sideburns like down to here. My cheek area filled in probably the last part of it started growing in. I always had it on my neck, and my sideburns were good, and then right here grew in really thick. My mustache still takes the longest to grow in, but it is starting to connect on this side more than this side, but it's taken quite a bit of time for that to happen. But I'm pretty happy with where my facial hair is right now. I'm kind of rocking the beard. I do have blondish brown hair, so I have dirty dishwater blonde hair. So that's why it kind of looks kind of faint in the light here. But after about 6 months or so, I did rock sideburns, and then last summer I rocked a goatee from my 1-year mark, clear up until I met my girlfriend at the time, and then she was like, well, I really like beards, so will you try it out, you know, kind of thing. And so I did grow my facial hair out a little bit, and I was kind of curious on where I was at anyway, so it wasn't really a problem. And I actually kind of enjoy it. It's a lot of maintenance, but I've started making my own beard wax currently to kind of tinker around with that. So I can do a personal video on my personal channel this weekend about my beard wax adventures I'm currently endeavoring in. But overall, when I was really self-conscious about my facial hair, my bald spot in my sideburns, and then I have a bald spot here. It's filled in a lot more now. It's just taken a lot longer for it to fill in, but it's there if I shave. It's like the last thing to start growing in, and I was really self-conscious about it. So I was actually talking to some of my guy friends about it, and one of my guy friends can only grow facial hair literally right here in the soul patch area, and so he pretty much told me to shut the hell up, and he didn't want to hear about it because I could grow twice the amount of hair than he could. And then a couple of my other guy friends, they have kind of they have like some spots in their facial hair when they grow it out too, I've noticed. And then one of them that does keep a little bit of, you know, kind of 5 o'clock shadow. You can see his bald spots a little bit when he grows it out for a few days. And so I kind of just stopped complaining about it because I think that at some point nobody's ever going to be happy with what facial hair they have or they don't have. They either have too much or too little. One of my guy friends is super hairy, just all over, and so he complains to me about being overly hairy, and I'm just like, I complain about, like, not having my cheeks fill in as much as, like, my goatee area here. Like, you can see that this is a lot thicker than, like, my cheek area at the moment, but, I think that's gonna change over some time. I have done I've done 1 or 2 videos on trimming facial hair on my personal channel, so go check that out. And go ahead, and if you guys have any questions on facial hair or anything like that, hit me up down below and we'll discuss it. But my main word of advice is be patient. It's gonna come eventually. It might not be exactly where you want it to be in a fast enough manner, but it just takes time. So just be really patient with facial hair. and kind of just tinker around with it like I did and see what you like, what you don't like, and kind of go from there. Alright, well, I'm going to end the video, guys, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Peace.